Welcome to my Jwwfitness studio. So today I'm going to take you back to the basics. I'm going to show you how to properly perform a one-arm dumbbell row. This movement is very important for in general increasing your overall back strength, but primarily the latissimus dorsi, the middle part of our back region here. Before I even show you the move though, another thing I want to cover is posture. For those of you who have worked with me for a while or follow me on Facebook, you know I'm very big on form as well as posture. And a lot of times, a lot of the reasons that exercises are not performed correctly has to do with posture. So I want to go over the posture of this movement, and in general the posture I show you is actually going to be, what I show you now is actually used in a lot of other exercises, most of them in fact, especially compound moves. After I go over the posture, then I'll actually show you how to perform the exercise correctly. So when we begin, again, we're going to do a one-arm dumbbell row, and it's going to be on a bench, supported on a bench. So before this is giving you an idea, I'm going to have opposite leg, opposite arm here on the bench. Back is straight. We don't want rounded. You definitely don't want rounded. That's going to hurt your back. So really important on posture is you want to have a slight arc, a natural arc in your lower back. And then how you get that natural arc is what I'm about to show you now. So you're going to have, just standing, if you did your shoulders slightly back and you stuck your chest out naturally, not overdoing it, just a natural fill, show you a side view, shoulders back, chest out, and if you tightened your core, now not squeeze in, that's called sucking in. You don't want to suck into your stomach, you want to tighten your core. When you tighten your core, you're actually going to naturally arc your back when you do that. So chest out, shoulders back. There's a natural arc in my back when I do that. So that in general is important. Before you do this move, before you even start to actually do the movement, you have to maintain that position throughout the whole set. So that also means, because I'm going to do my shoulders back, I'm going to slightly pinch my shoulder blades. Not over pinching, that's at top of the move. I'll show you that here in a minute when I actually do the move. But it's only a slight pinch in the upper back. Shoulder blades here, slight pinch. So that, in general, you're going to have to keep that posture throughout the entire movement. And again, that's why I see this move performed incorrectly, or maybe some people don't necessarily feel it in their back when they do this move, is because they don't keep the correct posture or maintain it throughout the entire movement. And that goes the same thing for chest press, shoulder press, bicep curls. You want to always keep that good posture. Core tight, shoulders back, a slight pinch in your shoulder blades, chest out, and that's going to give you that natural arc in your lower back. You don't want to over arc, you don't want to stick your chest out too much, and of course you definitely don't want to be rounded. And this is what's going to cause a lot of injury, is when you start to relax and you lose your posture, your shoulders come forward, you're hunchbacked, and whatever move you're doing, whether it be bicep curls or shoulder presses, you're not going to be in the correct anatomical position because of that. And that's not only going to lead to injury, it's most likely going to mean that the correct muscle group, the proper muscle group, is not being worked. So again, posture is very, very important. So now we're actually going to go show you the dumbbell row. So when I come here on the bench, the opposite leg, opposite arm that I'm using is going to be here on the bench, supported. I'm going to have my arm and my opposite leg, opposite arm that's on the bench slightly forward, a tad bit in front of me. At the edge of the bench, I'm going to grab the edge of the bench here. I'm not trying to squeeze or anything. I'm just going to grab it, grip it. If you have a bench at the end that is too big where you can't grab, and you can just put your hand flat at the edge of the bench, that's also fine. So again, going over posture, shoulders back, chest out, stomach tight, gives me a natural arc here. I don't want to be rounded. I don't want to be over arced. This is a natural arc. So when I grab my dumbbell here, before I grab the dumbbell, just to show you, I'm going to pull towards my rib cage or my armpit, and I want to keep my arm tight to my side as I row here. And then when I get to the top, I want to squeeze my shoulder blades. The great thing with the one-arm double row is that you're going to work one arm, one side, one lat, or one part of your back at a time. So you're really focusing on isolating your latissimus dorsi. The leg up, so I'm on the bench. I'm going to grip here, leg and arm slightly forward. Got my posture, shoulders back, chest out, core is tight. Grab my dumbbell, keep my arm tight, breathe at the top. Squeeze at the top, come down slow, don't let the weight pull you down. Come up strong, squeeze, down slow. Extend, get a little stretch at the bottom to stretch it out just a bit. Row, squeeze, extend, squeeze. Again, the most important thing with this move is posture, focus, and in a slow and controlled type movement. It's not a race. Strength training is all about control and all about contracting the muscle. If you're doing it too fast, you're not going to have time to contract the muscles, and your muscles aren't going to go through the full range of motion. They're not going to get the full benefit, the eccentric part, the down part. This is called eccentric when you come down. Concentric is the contraction, is when you go up. So it's all about coming up strong, contracting the muscle, squeezing. In this case, you're pulling your shoulder blades together. Hold that a second and resist. That's the movement. That's important. If you're just going through the motions, you're not going to get the full benefit of this exercise, which again, going through the motions would just be doing it like so, or not keeping proper posture. You know, your back's not arched. You're just kind of relaxed here. Then you got your dumbbell and you're doing that. That's waste of time. You may be burning calories, but you're not going to build muscle doing that. And you're not going to build muscle even if you have the correct posture and stuff, if you're not really focusing on contracting the muscle at the top and resisting on the way down. Now, not a negative when you go down. A negative is when you're going down really slow at the bottom. You're just going to resist the weight. You're just not going to let it throw you down to the bottom. So again, you're going to come up strong and then down slow. Up strong, feel the muscle work, squeeze, and down slow. And throughout this whole set, I'm keeping good posture. That's the most important part of this exercise, is posture, feeling the muscle that you're working, and of course breathe. As you pull up to the contraction part, that's when you exhale. So to show you the move one more time, 3 reps. Good posture. Here to my rib cage, breathe. Squeeze, down slow, up strong. Breathe at the top, one more. Here, and extend. This move is also known as the lawnmower pull. If you ever worked with a push lawnmower and you had to pull it to start it, you're going to use your back. You don't just use your arm, you're actually using your back. And that's another important point. This is not an arm exercise, it's not a shoulder exercise. Imagine your hands are hooks, and the only way you can pull this dumbbell up is by using your back. So really focus on using your back along with posture, breathing, and a controlled type of movement. Again, my name is Jason Whalen from Jwwfitness, and I hope you found this tip helpful for the one-arm dumbbell row. Thank you.